talking about things to make us better people, both character-wise and pocket-wise. And our topic today is the power of thoughts. Now, David Allen says, a man is literally what he thinks. When the Bible said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, I never understood until recently. There's a story of a man who was locked in the refrigerator by his colleagues by mistake. And he was so scared, he wrote down on the wall with a knife. He said, oh my God, this is so cold, I'm going to die. He wrote a letter to his family. And the next day when they came to see him, he was actually dead. But you know the funny thing? When they did a check, the refrigerator was actually off. It wasn't on. But then the autopsy report said the man froze to death. That means that he just calculated, this place is cold, I'm going to die, the fridge is on, blah, blah, blah. And his thoughts actually killed him because the thing wasn't even cold in the first place. Our thoughts are so powerful. Your thoughts can actually make or break you. Your thoughts can make you either succeed or fail. Have you ever heard stories of somebody who was trying to lose weight? They were very fat. They ate the right things. They did exercises, cut down on their diet, but they still remained fat. Why? Because in their mind, they've already programmed that they will be fat. Thoughts are so powerful. Scientists say that we speak to ourselves 50,000 times in a day. But guess what? 80% of those thoughts are negative. Now, I'm going to be talking about some negative thoughts and how to counter them. The first type of negative thoughts, as prescribed by Daniel Amen, is always or never thinking. This is a situation whereby you think something will always happen to you. For example, you say things like, I'm always broke before the month runs out. I'm going to get heartbroken. Oh, my husband is going to cheat on me. I'm going to always be fat. I'm going to fail an exam. Nobody cares about me. Nigeria is so hard. Those are negative thoughts that can keep on running to your head, and we are what we attract. Okay, the second type of negative thought is focusing on the negative. This is where something happens, but you focus on the negative part. For example, you write 10 exams, and then you fail one exam, but you pass 9. Then you start focusing on the one you failed. No, focus on the ones that you passed. Or for example, you have an accident, you don't die. You start saying, oh my God, I drove too fast, traffic light is not working, blah, blah, blah. Focus on the positive side. Say things like, thank God I didn't die. The other driver did not die. My car is not so bad. I'm safe and everything. Focus on the positive. Now, the third type of negative thought is catastrophic predicting. This is where you just imagine the worst case scenario of it that will happen in a situation, and then start acting like that thing has already happened. For example, you're going to write an exam, let's say ACCA. You just assume, oh my God, ACCA is hard, people have failed, I'm going to fail. And then even though you have read and studied, you get there and the exam is hard. Why? Because your brain already thinks you're going to fail. So it's going to affect you. Or you're going to ask your dream girl out. You're like, oh my God, I think she's going to say no to me. She's going to reject me. And you go there and she actually rejects you. Why? Because of your negative thoughts. It affects your posture and your boldness. All right? Now, the fourth type of negative thinking is mind reading. This is where you assume you know what a person is thinking without even asking them or without them even telling you. You see somebody, you just think, oh my God, he's angry with me. He's going to sack me. He's going to be upset. Or she's not going to like my product. My customers will not like me. And guess what? If you keep thinking that, it's going to affect you. All right? Now, the fifth type of negative thought is guilt tripping. This is where you keep blaming yourself for different things. Oh my God, I should have woken up early. I shouldn't have cooked and eaten so late. I shouldn't have watched that movie. I should have apologized. We keep on blaming ourselves. And if you keep on doing it, it will affect you negatively. All right? Now, the sixth type of negative thought is labeling. This is where you put a tag on yourself or on other people. For example, I used to say, I'm bad at, I don't know roads. I'm bad at directions. And guess what? I became really terrible at directions. Or I kept on saying, I don't like mathematics. I failed further maths in school. Guess what? Simple calculations became so hard for me. Why? Because my brain already programmed that it hates maths. And you can't do something that you hate. Now, another example, some of you may be saying, oh, I'm stupid, I'm not smart, I'm always going to be fat, I'm never going to get married because there are bad people everywhere. If you keep on saying things that are labeling yourself that, it will actually happen to you. Now, what are some of the things you can do? Instead of labeling yourself bad, correct yourself in a good way. Let's say you make a stupid mistake, for example. You can say, okay, what I did wasn't so wise, but I'm still a smart person. So your brain knows that you're not bad. So you have to always program yourself positively. Whenever a thought comes into your mind, ask yourself, this thought, is it good or bad? Is it pushing me towards my goals, or is it taking me far away from my goals? If the thought is bad, there's something I call reject and replace. Reject the thought and replace it with a good thought. Because thoughts are really, really powerful. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. She speaks about how people actually thought their way to greatness. Obviously, you're going to work hard and other things. But then if you cannot imagine achieving a goal in your head, you will never achieve it in real life. If you keep on imagining yourself failing or not starting a business or not being able to save, you will never be able to do it. You have to first win the battle in your head before it can actually happen in real life. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this helps. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.